So just coming to land, arriving in. I love that. I love those words, gather yourself or collect yourself, or I was beside myself. And it really gives me an indication of how absent we can be in our bodies, or how all over the place, literally, we can be. So rather than being all over the place, see how much of you can be here. How you might sink and settle and deepen right now. And just draw all of you in so that you're here. And when your mind goes somewhere, just acknowledge that and go, oh yeah, wow, I know why I'm still thinking about that, and I'm going to bring my awareness back to now. As you inhale, as you exhale, really feel, I always feel like a fisherwoman, slowly reeling myself in, pulling myself back into my center. And then I get flung back out again as I think about something, or I remember something, or as I feel a layer of my body. My body reminds me of what happened because all the memories are in here. So it's like popcorn. I start to settle and it goes pop. And then I go, oh, back again, come back in, settle in, drop in. So where are you the most present right now in your body? What are you aware of the most, or where can you settle the most in yourself? And where are you the busiest right now? If you take chunks, is it your head? Is it your chest and heart? Is it your belly? Or is it your skin? And then check in again, where are you most present in your body? Where can you feel or be or soften into the most? And then check in again, where are you busy in your body? Where is there a sense of fullness, a sense of charge, zoominess? Just acknowledge it. Nice. And then one last time, just checking in, where are you most connected, most well, or most comfortable in your body right now? Where can you be with ease in your body right now? And where are you busy? Where are you full? Where is there charge? And has it changed? Nice. Just allow your breath to begin to lengthen. So take an exhalation that's 4 beats long. And then take an inhalation that's 4 beats long. Exhaling, and as you exhale, let yourself soften and sink into the floor a little bit more. And as you inhale, feel the energy of the inhalation. And again, exhaling. And inhaling. Nice, one more time. Exhaling. And then inhaling. Nice. So bending your knees and bring your feet to stand. So your feet are hip distance apart and flat on the floor. Your arms can be long beside you if you wish, or your hands can rest on your belly. And then as you count to the 4, begin to exhale and draw your lower back backwards. And then as you inhale, arching into the lower back. As you exhale, draw backwards. As you inhale, arch. And the breaths don't have to be huge. Actually, the smoother and smaller that your breath is, the easier it is. So exhaling, 2, 3, 4, and then inhaling, 2, 3, 4. One more time, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, and inhaling. Nice. Exhaling, flattening down. And then inhaling, drop your knees down to the side. Exhaling, come back to center. Inhaling, and drop your knees down to the left. Exhaling, flatten your lower back down into the floor, come back to center. Inhaling, knees travel down to the right. Last time, exhaling, back to center. Inhaling, knees to the left. Exhaling, coming back to center. Nice. So inhaling, slowly rise with your hips lifting up through your bum. Pause on the up and breathe when you're up there. Just long breath. Feel where the breath moves within your body. And then begin to move and roll. So as you exhale, roll down along your spine. And as you inhale, travel up along your spine. And just feel that expression of breath and movement as they connect. Traveling up and down, feeling your breath, feeling the movement traveling within the breath, and then the breath traveling within the movement. Last time. Next time that you rise, pause on the up. And then just breathing, just sway your knees from side to side. You can inhale as your knees sway slightly to one side. Exhale back to center. Or you can be kind of independent from the breath, but just let your breath still follow the 4. If I'm counting to 4, automatically my body starts to travel at the same pace as my breath. Your knees are swaying from side to side, your bum is in the air. You're really feeling into the sides of your legs, the sides of your knees, as you track the breath over to one side, maybe exhaling back to center, inhaling over to the other side, and back to center. One more time each side, inhaling, travel, exhaling, center, inhaling, travel, exhaling, center, right? Traveling all the way down, land on the floor. As you exhale, draw your right knee up onto your chest and squeeze it in. And then just deepen your breath. So every time you exhale, let yourself sink a bit deeper into the floor. As you inhale, almost like push your belly into your thigh. Nice. Stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Interlock your fingers somewhere along the back of the right leg. As you exhale, let yourself settle. Let your arms be heavy. As you inhale, feel how the energy is different on the inhale. Deepening on the exhalation, so pull your leg a little bit closer towards you every time you exhale. And as you inhale, feel the push of your breath down into your leg. Let's change. Bend your knee, bring your foot to the floor. As you exhale, draw your left knee up onto your chest, squeeze it in. As you inhale, feel how you resist in the posture or inflate the posture. Exhaling, sinking. Inhaling, filling. Nice. Stretch through that left leg. Every time you exhale, your leg comes a little bit closer towards you. Nice. Bend both knees, squeeze both knees up onto your chest, and just rock from side to side. Noticing your breath as you do so. Bringing our awareness into our breath changes something. It goes much deeper. You have to focus in another way. It's another layer that you're juggling in. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. Reach up and either hold on to your ankles, your calves, your knees, your feet, or your toes. And then as you inhale, feel like you ever so gently stretch through your legs. So stretch your legs a little bit more as you inhale. And then as you exhale, let your arms get heavier and pull your legs a little bit closer towards you. So as you inhale, push down into your legs, long into your legs. And as you exhale, let yourself really sink and deepen, softening into the exhale. Notice it in your belly, how your belly actually pushes your thighs away as you inhale. And you soften and sink as you exhale. Nice. Bend your knee, bring the soles of your feet together, and then pull your feet towards you. Your knees are wide, and imagine that you can draw your knees wider. So your knees, instead of your knees moving towards your arms and moving towards your shoulders, really draw your knees wide. So as you pull your feet towards you, your knees are trying to escape away from you. I just feel that. So as you exhale, let your knees soften towards you. And as you inhale, pull your knees away. So inhaling, your knees pull away. And as you exhale, let your knees soften and really fall a little bit towards you. Inhaling, actively pull your knees away. As you exhale, let yourself sink and melt and deepen. Inhaling, engage, push with your feet, pull with your hands, draw with your knees. And then exhale, melt and sink and deepen. Again, inhaling, engage. It's a very subtle, deep movement, the engagement. And then the softening and the melting is a very subtle, deep movement. Engage as you inhale. And then soften as you exhale. Nice. Bring your feet over your face. So your soles of your feet are still together. Your hands are holding onto your feet. And again, as you inhale, pull your feet towards you as you inhale. And as you exhale, just let yourself soften and release. And then pull your feet towards you as you exhale. And soften and release as you inhale. No, exhale, sorry. One last time. Pull your feet towards you as you inhale. And soften and release. Great. Stretch both legs up. Roll out into your hands, roll out into your feet to big circles. And then roll in the other direction. Open your toes, open your fingers, make fists. Open your toes, open your fingers, make fists. Nice. So bring your arms long beside you and push your fingertips into the floor, and then imagine that you can bring your toes to the floor above your head. So in the beginning, we're going to start really slowly as we do this. So allow your legs to travel away from you to maybe a 45-degree angle. And then bend your knees and let your toes touch the floor. And then swing your legs up as you exhale
and push your fingers into the floor and imagine your toes can come to the floor above your head. Inhaling, slowly lowering down. Let your toes tap, so your breath is going to begin to lengthen. And then as you exhale, fling your feet up and bring your toes to the floor above the head, or whatever version of that suits you. Inhaling, slowly lowering down. Bring your toes to the floor. And then lengthening up, swing your legs. Let your toes touch the floor. You can lower your legs down straight if your lower back and belly feel comfortable doing that. And just see, maybe you swing your legs from touching the floor with your heels to tapping the floor with your toes. Or whatever version of this suits you right now. You can have your arms overhead if that feels like something really nice. How do you feel your breath as you do this? For me, the squeeze is the exhale, and then the lengthening and the opening is the inhale. Nice, one more time. Nice. Lower both feet to the floor, your knees are bent, your arms are straight out into a cross or T. And then pushing both feet into the floor, drop both knees down towards the right, and then glide your left knee up until it travels up towards your right shoulder. And just pause there, and every time you inhale, fill into the posture a bit with tone or resistance or a sense of strengthening. And then as you exhale, feel yourself sink a bit deeper. Let your shoulders land a bit more, let your knee fall a bit deeper. And as you inhale, stretch into it. And as you exhale, sink into it. Where moves easily on the breath, where doesn't move that easily at all. And then just slide your left foot to your right foot, and then slide your left foot to your right knee and beyond. So just glide the left foot up and down. And just feel that your left shoulder can really stay on the floor. And you're mobilizing into the side of the ribs, the side of your hip. As my knee comes up, I want to exhale. As my knee travels away, I want to inhale. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Kind of wiggle yourself. I needed to correct the position of my shoulder there. I wanted to lift it up and kind of place it back down again. And now drop both knees down towards the left and glide your right knee over towards the left. Every time you inhale, get longer. And as you exhale, sink into it. Inhaling. Widen, lengthen. Exhaling, sink a bit deeper. I'm always intrigued by the places that resist gravity. The places that work really hard rather than soften. I don't judge them. I just go, oh, so interesting. Nice, and now begin to glide. So bring your right foot to your left foot, and then glide your right foot up the knee and beyond. So for me, the foot to foot is an inhale, and then foot to knee is an exhale. Notice what's good in your body. How does the breath support what you're doing? Nice. And come all the way back to center. Bring your arms overhead and bring the soles of your feet together so your knees are wide and the soles of your feet together. Actually, and bring your arms straight out to the side, actually, into a T or a cross. And then sliding your right arm along the floor, bring your right arm till it's beside your ear and your hand is on the floor above your head. And then turning your head, bring your right hand all the way over to the left forearm. So not towards the left hand. No, you don't have to turn your head if you don't want to, but you could just bring it to where it kind of touches the other arm and then glide it all the way back. I think you do actually have to turn your head. And then try the other side. Slide the left hand till it's right beside your ear. And then slide your left hand till it touches your right arm. And then come back. So take a long inhalation in the middle. And as you exhale, glide your right hand over towards the left. As you inhale, come back to center. Left hand travels all the way back. Inhale. Right hand travels all the way back. Left hand travels. Bring your left hand down towards your right knee. Come all the way back. Bring your right hand all the way down towards your left knee. It's never going to get to your knee. And then all the way back. Nice. Pausing there, shoulders are wide. And then just shoulder shrug. So lift your shoulders up, drop them back. Lift your shoulders up, drop them back. Lift your shoulders up and drop them back. Nice. Arms straight up overhead till your backs of your hands are resting on the floor. Flatten your lower back into the floor, lift your feet up and draw your feet up towards your belly. Lower down until the baby toe edge of your feet taps the floor lightly, inhaling. Exhaling, draw your feet up to your belly, keeping the soles of your feet together. Inhaling, lower your feet down, let them tap. Exhaling. Draw your feet up, pull up towards your belly. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Nice. And then just roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis, keeping the soles of your feet together, keeping your arms overhead. And then roll in the other direction. Nice job. Stretch your legs up. Swing your legs a little bit towards your hands above your head. And then come all the way up into your downward dog. So coming into your downward dog, just settling in, finding the length of you, the reach of you, the push down into your heels, a stretch into your hands. Nice. Stretch the right foot up towards the ceiling. And then draw your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. Feeling your breath. Stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhaling, forehead to your knee, knee to your forehead. And again, inhaling. And the next time, step your right foot forward between your two hands. Turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle. And then rise up until your hands are straight forward in front of you. So both hands are really long in front of you, your shoulders are down, and your hands are pointing evenly. So draw your left shoulder a little bit more forward. Nice. And then make a fist out of your right hand and pull your right hand back into the bow and arrow. So you've pulled your right elbow back, you pulled your right hand back, and you're reaching more and more forward with the left hand. So they're deeply connected. And slowly point your arrow up towards the ceiling, but you won't go far, but your right elbow has to travel in connection. So your right elbow drops a bit backwards and your chest has to open upwards. Bend your front knee a little bit more. Feel your breath. Slowly bring your arrow to point forward. Change. Reach your right hand forward and draw the left elbow back. So your left elbow's back, and you notice how it's different in the chest here. As you reach the right arm forward and the left elbow back, you've made a big long line with your bow. And now point your bow upwards. And just feel how that's different in your body as you draw the left elbow down to target with your bow. How does that change in your body from the other side? Find your breath, bend your front knee more. Nice. Point your arrow forward. Bend your right elbow, bring your right forearm to your thigh, bring your left hand to your hip. Really bend your front knee more and settle deeply into your hips. The baby toe edge of the left foot is on the floor. Your front knee is bent. You're really sinking deeper and deeper into the pelvis. Bring your left hand down and just touch the floor with your left fingers. And then pull your left elbow up towards the ceiling and then reach your left hand straight up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbow. Touch your fingers to the floor. And then pull your elbow back. And then extend your hand up towards the ceiling. One more time. Bend your elbow, touch the floor. And then pull your left elbow back. Extend your hand straight up towards the ceiling. Nice. Bring your left hand to the floor. And then step back into your downward dog. And just find your length, feel your breath. Notice the difference between your two sides. Nice. Stretch the left foot up towards the ceiling, inhaling. As you exhale, draw your left knee to your forehead and your forehead to your knee. Inhaling, stretch your left foot up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, draw your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead. One more time. Stretch your left foot up towards the ceiling. And step your left foot forward between your hands. Turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle and bring both hands straight forward towards the front of your mat. From here, draw the left elbow back and create your bow and arrow with the left elbow back and the right hand reaching a little bit more forward. And then slowly begin to point your arrow towards the ceiling. Notice how it's really different in the torso with this angle of the arrow, the bow and arrow. Really feel it, get stuck as such, feel the end of the mobility. Really like harness the connection of the end of the mobility. Breathing, bend your front knee more. Nice. Point your hand forward. Change. Reach your left hand forward, draw the right elbow back. As soon as I pull the right elbow back, my left thigh becomes stronger, my right leg becomes stronger. It just feels like, oh, this is the way that I would pull my bow and arrow. And then begin to aim upwards. Really feel like this fist is pointing really deeply towards my hand and my elbows dropping down more and more and my front knee is bending. Find your breath. Nice. Come back to center. Bend the left elbow. Bring your left elbow to your thigh, or left forearm to your thigh. Bring your right hand to your hip. And bend your knee a little bit more. Nice. Turn towards the floor. Bring your right fingers to touch the floor lightly. And then pull your right elbow back up towards the ceiling. And extend your arm straight up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbow. Touch the floor. As you inhale, perhaps, pull your elbow. Extend it up. As you exhale, roll forward, bring your fingers down. As you inhale, pull, reach and lengthen. Nice. Drop your hand to the floor, step back into your downward dog. All the way back, downward dog, find your length. And then drop both knees to the floor, have them a little bit wide, and come rest into your child's pose. Just feeling the back of the body, the front of the body, noticing your breath. Nice. So sit on your mat with your legs long in front of you. And then bend your knees so your feet are, your big toes are touching and your ankles are together. And then lean your hands back so that you're leaning into your hands and that you feel like you've space in your torso. Sometimes if you're forward, there's no space in your torso. Just feel like there's space in your torso and you're leaning back. And then keeping your ankle bones glued together, bring both knees down towards the right. Nice. Come back up to center. And then bring both knees down towards the left. Nice. And come back up to center. Cool. So bring both knees down towards the right and then reach the left hand between your two ankles and hold on to the right ankle. And then hop your back hand a little bit forward until it's right beside your hip, and then either see if you can take your weight out of your right hand, and to do that you have to pull really strongly with your left hand. So my left hand is working hard and my right hand is now free and off the floor. But it feels like there's a lot of work happening in the right side of my rib cage, because there is. So bend your right elbow and tuck it in beside you, and then reach your right hand up towards the ceiling and look down towards your feet and really tuck your chin in like you're trying to bring your nose down towards that left ankle. And then see how you might, like a flower, lean into the right side of your belly, like a sunrise happening in the right side of your rib cage. Or how would you really lean into it, or get absolutely like just intrigued by how it might open, how it might lengthen, how it might deepen, how it might express side bending a little bit more. Lengthening, rising more and more up through those right fingers. Nice. Bend your right elbow and bring your right hand to the floor. And bring both hands to the floor. Bring your knees back up to center. Nice. It's such a whopper of a side bend, really, that thing.
So down to the other side. So drop both knees down towards the left. Your ankles are stacked, your knees are stacked. I've kind of walked my left hand a little bit closer. And now I tuck my hand in between my two ankles and I hold on to the left ankle really strongly with my right hand. And then come up onto your fingertips. And then remove your left hand completely off the floor and feel like the energy is now on your right arm and into the torso and belly. Nice. Tuck the left elbow in and reach the left hand up. Turn your head towards your feet and imagine that you can bring your nose down towards that right ankle. And then often it's kind of like we just so happen to be in this position. That's, because we've just created it. But then how would you really express this? So almost like let the sunrise happen in the left side of your body. And you allow a sense of reaching, opening, like commit to the sense of deepening, lengthening, connecting. A little bit more, another breath. Rising, reaching. And bending your left elbow. Bring your hand to the floor. And bring both knees back up to center. How wonderful. Stretch both legs long. And then from here, bring your right foot so that it's pointing towards the right. And then bring your left foot so it's also pointing towards the right. So you're in zigzag. And your zigzag is it doesn't matter as long as both feet are over towards the right and both feet have their own space. So I'm not resting my knee on top of my foot, both legs have their own space. And then bring your left hand to the floor and then push into your left hand and lift your bum a little bit off the floor or a lot off the floor. And then drop your bum down to the floor. Nice, so we're looking down at that left hand, lift your bum off the floor and then lowering it down. Nice. So now you're going to look forward in front of you and then push your left hand into the floor and reach. It's a different action into the pelvis. So now you're reaching your hand forward and then come back. Nice. Reach your right hand forward. Last sandwich at the picnic. You're grabbing it and then come back. One last time. Reach forward, lifting your bum up if possible. And then coming back. Nice. From here, turn and look over your shoulder towards the left as far as you can. So I've come up onto the fingertips of my left hand and I've spiraled around that left shoulder. And then I push my hand into my left knee and I lift my chest and look way around the corner to the left. And again, feel like you're incredibly graceful and incredibly long, and that there's a sense of a deep line of beauty in the length of your belly, in the opening of your chest, in the width of your collarbones, and the length of your spine. And I think, it's that thing like feel the beauty of you. It's not what it looks like, it's not what anybody else thinks about anything. It's like feel this beauty of this body in this moment and really revel in the grace of you and the beauty of you in this moment. So be there, be that, embody it, embrace it. And softly coming back. Nice. Take your left foot forward, having your left hand on the floor. Take your right foot forward. And just have a little roll out through your belly. Probably a little bit creaky there. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Other side. So take your left foot and point it towards the left. And then take your right foot and point it towards the left. Bring your right hand to the floor. So you're looking down at the right hand and you're going to lift your bum off the floor and then lower it down. So you're looking down at the hand. Lift your bum off the floor. Lowering down. And one more time.
Lift your bum off the floor and lowering down. Now keep your hand more or less in the same place. You can move it a little bit if you want to. Reach your left hand forward. Maybe lift your bum, or maybe it lifts because of your reaching. And then come back. Reach and maybe lift your bum. Coming back, and one last time. Reach and lift your bum. And coming back. And then lifting both hands up, swing your torso around to the right and let your right hand land. And then when my right hand lands, it's like I spiral into that shoulder or something. It's like I can really draw the shoulder back, and that allows my rib cage to come, my belly to follow, my pelvis to follow that. And then I bring my left hand to my right knee, and I just really dig how beautiful I feel in this pose. So just feel that, you know, for you, how would, what would you, how would you feel that, or where would you feel that, or be that? I think beauty has this graceful strength to it at times. You know, it's many different things. You know, it's surrender, it's yielding, it's many different things. But in this one, it has this graceful, poised strength, which I really like. And slowly coming back. Stretch your right leg long, stretch your left leg long, and then bring both hands over towards the right hand side and just push both hands into the floor, and then round your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your belly button, and then arch your back and look to where the wall and the ceiling meet. And your hands are as much as you can on the floor here. So this is kind of a tricky movement. So rounding your back, draw your nose down towards your belly button, and then arching your back, lift your chest and look up to where this wall and the ceiling meet. So how do you do a twisted cat? Arching, rounding, arching, rounding. Can you drop your head more as time goes by? Can you lift your head more? Let's come back to center. Pause for a second. Don't go straight over to the other side. And then slowly bring both hands over towards the left. Oh, creakiness. Bring both hands to the floor on the left, and then round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arching your back. Like, where do you even begin to find this movement? How does the belly engage? How does your pelvis help you? How does your rib cage move? And where do these sensations emerge from? Nice, one more time. Rounding down. And relaxing up. Nice, come back to center. Cool. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Have your feet so they're maybe a foot, your heels are a foot from your pubic bone. Hold on to your shins and sit up really tall. And as you sit up really tall, look to where the wall and the ceiling meet, and let your chest rise in that arching cat. Really pull with your hands, and like your chest is trying to zoom forward. And then rounding your back, try and draw your nose down to your belly button or your forehead down to your heels. And then rising, lifting your chest, pull with your hands. Really feel that pushing of the sit bones into the floor, the widening of the chest. Nice. And again, round your back, draw your forehead down towards your heels. And then pull on your shins, lifting your chest, looking upward. Nice, one more time. Rounding your back, draw your forehead down. And then rising. This time reach your arms behind you, bring your fingertips to the floor, and as you open your chest, as you look to where the wall and the ceiling meet, your hands are on the floor behind you, and you're lifting your chest tall. Nice. Keep the left hand where it is. Swing the right hand to your left knee and twist towards the left. Finding your breath in your belly. Get taller, get longer, get wider. Nice. Swing your right hand behind you. Pause for a moment, opening through your chest, looking up towards the ceiling or where the wall and the ceiling meet. And then swing the left arm over towards the right knee and twist towards the right. Get taller. Feel the weight of your hips and the length of your spine. Nice. And release both hands behind you. Last time, squeeze your shoulder blades back. Tuck your chin in, look down towards your feet, and let your chest rise even more. Like you're trying to bring your chest up to your chin. And release. Nice. Come to lie on your back. So come into the front of your mat. Hold on to your knees if you wish, or resist with your hands and roll slowly backwards. Really resist with your belly perhaps. When you're all the way down, land. Let your spine settle. Feel that settling. Nice. Elbows a little bit out from your sides. Your chin is tucked in. Just place your shoulders, like lift them up and then place them down again. And then bring your right foot to the top of your left knee so your ankle is on your knee. Elbows are really solid into the floor. And just rock gently from side to side. And feel how both sides have a different shape. So as you drop to the left, there is kind of like an arrow. The knee and the foot, your two legs become pointy in that direction. And when your legs travel towards the right, they become like a fan, become a long line with each other. Just feel how it's different one way from the other. One side is pointy in your legs, and the other side is like a fan in your legs. Or maybe you experience that sensation in a different way. Maybe that shape has a different thing. And come back up to center. Squeeze your left knee up towards you. Let your left knee move away. And move your left knee towards you. And away. Last time, squeeze your left knee towards you. And breathing, sinking. Notice, is the breath different in the inhalation and the exhalation? Lower your foot to the floor, other side. Bring your left ankle to rest on top of the right knee and then rock from side to side. If you go right, it's pointy perhaps. When you go left, it's like a fan. Or how do you feel that? Traveling one way. traveling the other way. One way and the other way. Nice. Slowly draw your right knee up towards you. Let that squeeze the left leg in. And then leg moves away. Squeeze the right knee up towards you. Away. Right knee up towards you. And then hold it there and breathe. For me, it's always easier to deal with the sensations of stretching on the exhalation, whereas the inhalation, it seems to intensify them sometimes in these kind of situations. Notice what's happening for you. Nice. And lower your foot to the floor, lower the other foot to the floor. So you can rest there with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, or you can stretch your legs out long. You can bring the soles of your feet together if you wanted to. You can lie on your side. You can lie on your belly if you want. It's very nice having some blanket or something like that if you wish. And just find what way that you land or support yourself or rest right now. And let your breath deepen into your belly. Without counting, without any order, without any expectation, just notice the breath in your belly. Notice the sensations of the expression on your face. You know, what are the sensations of this? Is there tightness? Is there softness? And then, almost like you're having a fascinating conversation with somebody and you keep going, really? Kind of let your eyebrows float a little bit up, like they're in awe or in surprise or in delight. And so just let them go, oh, really? And then drop them down and just feel just ever so slightly like you're having this wonderful conversation. Often children for me have this, you know, I tend to start lifting my eyebrows a lot, or just notice for you, just that sense of wiggling your eyebrows. Nice. And then with that, moving your head, let your eyes, open your eyes and just let your eyes, don't move your head, let your eyes travel towards the right. And just keep your eyes looking towards the right. And you may find that there's a yawn or a sigh that emerges. And just feel that, notice that. Is it a yawn? Is it a sigh? Bring your eyes back to center. And then with that moving your head, turn your eyes to the left. And just check in, is there a yawn? Is there a sigh? Over toward the left.
come back to center. And then just gently wiggle your eyebrows. Like you're dreaming and your eyebrows are gently moving. Let your eyes close gently. And your eyebrows are like little clouds floating in the sky of your face. And just let them ever so gently wiggle. And a slight smile on your face. And a gentle wiggle again. And then just soften all of that, let it go. And rest. Nice. So just stretching out through your fingers, reaching through your arms, and lengthen in whatever way you need to. Just find that sense of stretching one way, stretching the other way, awakening, arising. Yeah, I love having my arms stretched out overhead at the end. I love just reaching into my fingers and toes. I love when there's a yawn that emerges. Nice, class. Yeah, lovely. How wonderful. Nice. Yeah, great. I think I lost you all. Oh, nice. Great, guys. Such a lovely class. So beautiful. That thing at the end is based on, there's this guy, amazing guy called Stephen Porges, and he does this thing, vagal tone, which is how you feel your body. The more that you feel your body, the better you feel, more or less. And so that thing with the eyes is about how to just give yourself a little bit more vagal tone, which is very nice. It's just a lovely thing. So great, guys. I'll see you all next week for another adventure into the land of yoga, or noga as I'm now calling it. So great, lovely, guys. And those of you who are with me in the morning, so cool. And those of you who are with me next Tuesday, how amazing. And you'll get a recording in the next 24 hours or so. Usually it takes me a little while to get it all up on the cloud and back down again and over and recorded. And so great, guys. I'll see you all then. Nice, how lovely.